Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Susie and I'm 49.
Hello, I'm Janice and I'm 60-year-old.
Hi, I'm Laura and I'm 37.
What made you come and do GCSEs at this age or point in your life?
Well, I've got two children. I've got a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old. 14-year-old is about to do his GCSEs next year, and obviously they both do maths. And as a parent, I want to do right for my children. And what I was finding was that when they're doing homework, I couldn't really help them with any of the questions. I was having to Google, and it was a bit embarrassing because as a parent, you're supposed to know the answers.
I've decided I wanted to go down a new career route and I needed my maths to further that.
And I was in that horrible predicament of not really knowing what the answers were. So I decided to enrol in GCSE maths last September.
Well, because when I was younger, I didn't really attend school much because I used to lark around all the time with my friends. And when I did go back to the classes, I missed out so much. I got behind. And you do feel a little bit left out because all your other friends are going to school and learning the subject, maths or English or whatever, and they're getting better and better, and you're falling behind all the time. So that's why I'm doing it now.
What stopped you from achieving them when you were younger?
Well, back in, it was 1985 to 1990 when I was in secondary school. And actually when I was in secondary school, I was in and out of hospital a lot. And we didn't know why at the time. And I was diagnosed with a condition called endometriosis. And I only got that diagnosis 5 years ago. But I was in and out of hospital, so I missed a lot of school.
I moved school when I was going into year 9, so it was a struggle making new friends. And I was a little bit shy. I was too scared to ask for help. So if you're struggling, ask for that help. It will help you pass your exams.
By not going to school and not concentrating when I was in the classes, and by larking around with the friends, and which I really regret because a lot of my friends passed their exams when they were younger, and then now I found it hard to get a job. And when I did get a job, obviously I didn't need maths and English, but I needed some other expertise. But I always wanted in my head to do me maths and English as I've progressed throughout my life.
Maths was always a subject which I would say I had to work harder at. English I found a lot easier. So when I missed school and I would come back into school, I would try and catch up, but it's not the same as actually attending lessons.
What are the pressures of doing them at this age?
Right, okay, well, it's really difficult when you're doing something like this when you're older, because you've got to adult as well as do your coursework. So I'm a single parent and I've got 2 children, so I've got to do all of the household things, all the boring stuff that you might think is boring, housework, cleaning, cooking.
Having to work it round a full-time job, working 40 plus hours and then finding time to do your homework, and it's just a lot to take on at this point.
It's totally different from when you were at school, and plus because I've got no children, but I've got nieces and nephews who are now got children, and we're all a close family. I wasn't really being able to help my cousins or my nieces and nephews, but their children, I wanted to help them, so that's why I've come back to college. But it's taken us longer to learn because I'm a little bit older.
It's a lot, and there's times where, you know, I'm up till 11:30 at night and I'm looking at what I've got for the rest of the week, and I know that I'm very time poor, but I need to get things done and I need to do my homework because I want to do well, because ultimately I've now got my children rooting for me to do well on my course, but also judging me and watching me study and role modelling all of that, because, you know, I'm basically saying to them, this is what you need to do to pass.
And of course, having to go to work and then do my homework on a night time, it's all that pressure. Whereas if I had done it when I was at school and younger, it wouldn't have been all these other extra pressures.
It's never too late to turn